Hey guys, gals, and MBs. I'm here today with EFX Fragments, which is part of the Arturia FX collection. It's one of the plugins that I really wanted, and I've actually fell in love with it. It's probably the best granular delay that I've heard, especially in a pedal. So I've had a lot of granular pedals, but this thing pretty much destroys all those and what it does and how it sounds. So I'm kind of glad that I'm back into doing, or at least have moved into using DAWs, because this thing has been so creative for quite a few of my songs. My last song I released on the channel, I used this. It's just a fun granular delay. And yeah, highly recommended, but we'll go over it today a little bit. I'm not going to go over to the advanced settings. There's just so much to do in it. But we're going to use a patch called Beauty Harp. I found this one. This patch is absolutely gold in the OPXA plugin from Arturia. I've turned off the effects and let's just hear it dry. It's like this really lovely Boards of Canada sound. Actually, we have fragments on. Whoops. Highly recommended. If you have the FX collection, give this patch a try. It's gorgeous. Not the FX collection, I'm sorry, the synth collection. So yeah, we're going to start with a default patch, which just kind of sounds like this. Not too exciting. And we're going to use the offset mode for the grain capture. You can use speed, which is a multiplier. I think that goes... It's just a multiplier of what's going in speed-wise, I guess. You got a manual mode, but we'll use offset, which will use the MIDI sync. We're at 120 beats per minute, so we're going to go ahead and choose 1/8. And we have it creating a new our granule every 7 every second. So that's what I believe that is. Let's turn the max grains to 256. Also, you see in the background here, I have the performance monitor going, so you can see how much it really does. And then we have feedback. Kind of just sounds like a tremolo right now, but okay. And we also have this awesome pan thing. We can do some width, but the pan thing is really cool. It's like pan automation. I really like using the vertical figure 8, and then you can random pan as well. We can add so much stuff. It just, yeah, it go really fast. Add a little distance too. That basically is how, like, you know, where the grains are in the stereo image. I just love that. So we'll keep that up. And here's the grain size. We're going to change the grain size. We're going to make them really large. Add a little bit of feedback. And here we have grain direction. By default, it is 100% forward. You can do 100% backwards as well. You can also do like 50-50, which I usually use. Let's go ahead and create a little more grains. And you can use the built-in sequencer and things like that to automate it. Use an envelope follower to the sequencer and things like that. But we can also add random to it. And we're going to do that. We're going to use the pitch shifting. So pitch shifting can be either on a scale or not. I highly recommend if you're going to use random, you should put it on a scale. Otherwise, it'll just sound like random. But yeah, so we have octaves. So obviously an octave up, 2 octaves up, 3 octaves up. You can do it the opposite down. All right, so yeah, your standard affair there, but you have a random thing. You see this wheel around here? You can either have random go down octaves or up octaves or both. We're going to do both. Let's add a potential of 30% of randomization, about 28%, 28.4 there. I should say you can also quantize the grains, which is a very big deal because a lot of granular plugins and especially pedals, the grains don't really quantize with your MIDI clock. So they can kind of be all over the place. Even if your standard delay time for everything might be quantized, your grains might not be, especially if you're using randomization. So yeah, you can. I use the transients thing, which like listens to the attack transients, I believe. But yeah. That's a lot more important if you're going to be, you know, just rendering out a project and stuff like that. You have grain shapes. That's how they attack. I like quite a bit of them. You can go to a trapeze and then you can make it a square basically. And then if we turn the density way up. Turn the speed down. Kind of get some real dropouts. And here you can really hear how that softens it. We'll just go do that. That's cool. We're going to turn down the speed again of the grain creation. We're going to turn it up. We'll turn it to, let's do 500 millisecond chunks about. And obviously you can randomize this too. So let's add just a little randomization. We'll go down though. We'll do that. We can do that here too. We can add an extra stereo width on top of the panning, which is really cool. And then we can use the reverb that's built into it. It's by default set to FX2. You can set a bunch of things, but I like using it to like dampen everything out and smooth it all out. It adds a little bit of diffusion and smear. We'll do about 50%. Turn up the decay. We can turn down the pre-decay down to around 10 milliseconds is where I like it. Turn the size up, turn the dampening there. And the width by default, having it all the way up is really nice. So listen to this. So I'm going to pull down here just really quick and we're going to, let me make sure you can see that. Yeah. So one thing I really like about this MIDI controller, I have a capture MIDI button. So now if I press capture MIDI, I can also press the quantize button. Quantize is the best thing ever. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn the loop mode on. So we get a loop out of that. It's quantized. It's going to be lovely. So you can kind of just tell how it does with an actual track if you're going to render it out. So that's kind of how I like to use it. Kind of an overview of that. We're going to add some more things. So one thing that's really fun to do with it is we can add a new, let's add a new software instrument track. I'm going to turn off the effects send. Let me make sure I have no effects send on my other one. I don't. Cool. Okay. We're going to add for this patch, we're going to add some drums. So let's do this. Let's pick a drum kit. Let me make sure I'm in drum kits. I don't know why all my drum kits are not here. Oh yeah, we want an electronic drum kit. Wow, I am just not doing that well. All right, so there's a lo-fi drum kit I really like. It is lo-fi feels. So it is now on that track. It is on track 2. We're going to add a pattern region. I'm just going to program in some drums really quick here. I'll move this over this so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put one. We do a 4 on the floor thing. So let's do this. And let me go ahead and loop that. So right, I'm gonna add a snare every once in a while. Okay, let's add this cool percussion effect it has. All right, I'm gonna mute this really quick. So all we hear is the drum part. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna add a new instance of fragments just to the drum channel. So let's do that. Yeah, so when you first load it up, you get something called Ocean Sweep. I really like using one of the built-in ones called Constellator for drums. Listen to this. This is really cool. So you can see what it's kind of like on drums. I don't know if it's going to go with my melody line. Nah, it's not going to go with it, but yeah, kind of showing you what you can do with the drums. If I really messed with it, I could probably get something to go with there. Let me see. I mean, I guess we could try, right? Oh, I'm gonna delete that. Let's do this. Whoops, that is the wrong track. Ooh, I messed that up, didn't I? All right, let's try that again. Let's capture the MIDI. Let me delete the MIDI. We're gonna delete that. All right, so let's go back. And we will not use that chord. MIDI captured. Stop that. Let's go ahead and quantize. Oh, I was pretty close on that. So that's cool. We're going to go ahead and turn the loop on. There we go. Oh yeah, not bad. Sometimes I surprise myself. We're going to turn down the drums a little. Change the offset a little here on Constellator. We're going to do it. We're going to beat sync it. It's a little sloppy, but still pretty cool. Let's add a new software instrument track. I also ended up getting Pigments on the sale. God, I'm going to make a huge, or not a huge video altogether, like as one, but I'm going to make quite a few videos on Pigments. Pigments has become one of my favorite soft synths so far. It is amazing. It definitely beats any hardware I've ever had. So that's amazing in itself. But it is such a powerful synth. It just does everything. All right, so one of the patches I really like on here is on the pad section. It is, where is it? It's something desert. No, there it is. Atacama Desert. Or is it Atacama Desert? I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, this is a really nice pad. It's gorgeous. Listen to this. All right, yeah. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to load Reverb Intensity, which is another plugin part of the FX collection, and that is now on the Pigments channel. We're going to turn up the size. This is a really nice reverb. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't like it any more than Supermassive, but it's in my opinion, just as good. Okay, it's not as good. Supermassive is still good, and it's free. But this is gorgeous for big reverbs. So there is our pad, and just for continuity's sake, let me go ahead and turn it on. Yeah, so, you know, a very sloppy track I just threw together as a demonstration. I needed to fix the timing, obviously, and get some of the beat syncing a little better, and the subdivision's just fine. But you can see what this is just such a lovely delay, or granular, whatever the hell it is. It's great. I like it. I wanted to share it. I think it is one of the, like, best things in the FX collection. I love this reverb as well. But yeah, so yeah, just giving a quick demo of what it does, especially on drums. I've never really seen it too much on drums. It does some cool stuff. You can do some transient detection on that too. Which one is this? Is this the drums? Are we on the drums? No, this is not the drums. So let me bring up the one for the drums. Let's just hear it really quick with that. This is the one for the drums. All right. Oh yeah, there we go. And then I can go back to the pad. Oh yeah, all right, well, I guess that makes a video. I just wanted to show that off. Really awesome and easy to use granular plugin. Definitely one of the best I've heard. Definitely kills any pedal I've ever used, especially since it has so many good integrations with like MIDI clock and that, and it does so well with keeping the grains like nice. They play nice with your song instead of just going all over the place and sounding like some dissident like mess. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like this kind of new content that I've been doing, I've really changed my format a lot and switched back to soft synths, or switched to soft synths, I should say. Then subscribe, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.